So I accidentally cut my video off. We were going to talk about the drillings on the Proformance Racing arms and the stock arms, and this is simple. This is, you know, about the only way you're going to be able to tell if your rules allow true comms, if your rules allow turning the timings up, if there's no rules on rewinding or dewinding, if there's no rules on changing comms. The only way you're going to be able to tell a performance arm that is lightly drilled by Performance from a stock arm is the drillings. That's going to be your best chance. And if you, I'm going to be honest with you too, if there are performance arms out there that are very lightly drilled, and if they are very lightly drilled, you're not going to be able to tell the difference in them, because it's a Parma arm. I mean, it's literally a Parma arm. So it's like comparing an apple to an apple. So the only way you're going to be able to tell on some of the heavier drilled arms is the drill bit size. So stock 502 AU arms, 502 TU arms, any arms that come Chinese from Parma or Hong Kong from Parma, were drilled with a 3/32 inch drill bit. So I will show you what I'm talking about. The holes in a stock arm, and you can do this with an axle. You don't even have to have a drill bit. Let me find a stock 502 arm here. And we'll go from there if I can find one. Seems like I just had one. But I'll just show you on this performance arm, and I'm sure I'll find that stock arm that I had laying here in a second, if I could open my eyes. So 3/32 inch drill bit. This is a performance arm. This is actually an easy to identify performance arm, because you can see all the holes that they have drilled in there and everything. But 3/32 inch drill bit. If you set that 3/32 inch drill bit down there and you can see silver around there and it don't fit that hole, it is 100% been done by Performance Racing or somebody else. So all of these holes, even the slightly smaller hole there, I can set that 3/32 inch drill bit down there and it goes right in there, and I can see silver all around it. Now I'm even using the blunt end, like I'm using the flat end. I'm not using the drill side. So a lot of times you can do this through the can. You don't even have to open the can up to do this. Different stack, you know, I'm not sure how good this is showing. It's kind of hard to show, but what I will do is I will take some photos and attach them in the comments so you can see what I'm exactly talking about. Performance Racing, the drill bit size that they use is a 1/8 inch drill bit. So it's pretty simple to keep up with. Everybody has an 1/8 inch axle, and everybody should have a 3/32 inch axle in their slot car boxes. 1/8 inch drill bit fits perfectly in that hole. Fills the hole up to where you do not see any silver. You know, these big holes over here on this side of this Performance Racing arm, perfect fit. Absolute perfect fit. 1/8 inch drill bit. 1/8 inch drill bit, you know, fits right in there perfectly. You know, here's another one, 1/8 inch drill bit, goes in that hole perfectly. So if you've got a lot of your stock 502 AUs, you know, if you're allowed true comms and stuff, 502 TUs and stuff like that, you know, a lot of the original Parma arms, they drilled the drill bit down, and it is actually, you know, some of them's actually pretty deep. If an 1/8" drill bit won't go into it, it's a stock arm. If you have questions about whether or not it's stock or not, holes look big to your eye, get you a 3/32" drill bit, or you could do it with an axle. You know, the only thing about an axle is you need to, I wouldn't suggest using an axle because the axle's silver. What you're looking at in the hole is silver, and you're gonna have a hard time seeing that silver and silver. So get you a black drill bit, get you some black drill bits, and you won't have any problem whatsoever IDing Parma arms. And I'm still looking for a stock arm to show you, guys. Wouldn't think it would be so hard to find stock arm right here. So let's get the 3/32" drill bit, just so I can show you that this absolutely works. Stock, that's a stock 502 AU. You know, a lot of times you can visually tell the drillings are different. That hole, that 3/32" drill bit will go right down in there, and the 1/8" drill bit will not fit in there. And when I say it's a perfect fit, it's a perfect fit. You know, those drill bits should go in there, and if you're seeing silver around that outside, you caught somebody. Depending on the rules, you know. So that's the way you tell a performance arm. If 1/8" drill bit for performance, 3/32" drill bit for stock arms. That is the easiest way, because virtually that's all it's been done. You know, from performance to stock arms, they've just been rebalanced and the timing turned up. So the only way you can identify a performance arm from a stock arm is drill bit size on how they're balanced. So that being said, you should also write rules that you can't rebalance your own arms. There's people that can rebalance their own arms. So that being said, the only way you can tell a performance arm from a stock arm is the only legit way you can tell is drill bit size on the stacks. If that drill bit, like I said, I'll attach some pictures in the comments on this one, just to show you how those drill bits fit in those holes, which if you've got a performance arm with holes in it, all you gotta do is take you a black 3/32" drill bit and drop in that hole, and you're gonna see it does not fit. 502 AUs, 502 TUs, I repeat this again, they were never drilled with an 1/8" drill bit. So from the factory. Now, you know, obviously people rebalance their own arms. You know, Performance used an 1/8" drill bit. You know, I've found that, you know, it's pretty easy to rebalance I don't know if rebalance is, rebalance is the right word, but, you know, even with common hand tools, you can take more out of the stacks, and it's fairly easy when you have a already pre-drilled hole from the stock to just take a bigger bit and run down through the same hole. So, that being said, from the stock, 502 AU arms never were balanced with 1/8" drill bits. So there's the way you can tell. Forget about that paint. Forget about that white paint. The guys that cheat are going to go to Hobby Lobby. They're going to buy them a yellow tip marker, a yellow paint marker, and dab some yellow paint over that white paint, and that's not even. You just need to forget about that. So that being said, you know, we're going to move on to some other kinds of arms. I'm going to do one other. I actually skipped this arm, and I actually forgot I had it. I was fortunate enough, I had never found one of these arms. And I had never found one of these arms. And, you know, I was at a buddy's house, you know, several weeks ago, and he was letting me look through some arms, and, you know, I had some back years ago, and I didn't have any for my collection. I'd sold some stuff or whatever, and they were very rare for these arms, but they were called the Parma. I don't think they were called 502s. I know they were called the Parma Zipper Arm, and you know, I don't think anybody's gonna try to slip one of these in because they're such oddball looking arms. And when I say oddball looking arms, well, they're the same color, they're painted at the same factory and stuff, so somebody might try to slip one in somewhere. The telltale sign on them is the shaft is in the arms, you know, so funny looking. It makes it look like an oddball. And I don't have one of these in a package. I would love to find one in a package just for my collection. But the Parma 502 zipper arm, I do have some pictures of some of them. I do have some pictures offline of some of them, but you can drastically see how the shaft is very long back here and very short up here. This one's actually, it's set back here and got rusty. It didn't even look like that a couple weeks ago, but it's set back here and got rusty. I guess where the air gets cooled back here in my slot car facility. Or you never know, this Lucky Bob stuff and stuff splashes everywhere where you're soldering, maybe some of that got on it or whatever, but that's just rust in there. I'll actually clean that up with some rust remover and put it back up. But that's the 502 zipper, and I'm saying zipper if you don't know, if you can't understand my heavily southern accent, that is ZIPPER, the Parma Zipper Arm. Stay tuned for next video. We're going to go through the Trinities and Cats. It will not take long to go through these. That'll be one video. The zipper arm did have a little bit shorter stack too. Let me see. So the zipper arm, the stack length is around, I'm going to say probably their standard stack length's around a 45. Instead of, you 480s and 490s, 490 stacks. If I was a betting man, that was probably considered a 4500 stack arm. It not as little as the trendy Outlaw arm, but it is fairly little. So stay tuned. We'll get into the Trinities and Cats on the next video, and we'll wrap it up.